Hello, sweet souls. This is your second reading of the day. We're going to call on St. Michael. St. Michael, please transmute all negative energy to positive. Centered myself or the viewer. We're going to call on the Holy Spirit, angel, saints, spirit guides, and ancestors, and ask for a message for your greater good. We pray for truth and only truth for the greater good of the beautiful collective. I think first I'm going to get an angel number for you guys today. All right, let's see. What angel number do you have for the beautiful collective? Angel number do you have? Truth and only truth. What do they need to know? Came out quick. All sixes. It says creativity. Seeing the angel number 666 is a sign that it's time to focus inward. Work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of competence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. And then we got all good vibes. I said all vibes. 2222. It says self-love. Yeah. Nurture yourself, your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere. And then all threes, divine timing. I love it. Okay, so you may be seeing those numbers. Let's look at the Gemstones Whispers deck. We are still in Mercury retrograde, and the karmic energies are definitely going through it. So a lot of projection. You may feel the energy. You know what I say? If you have an intrusive thought, you did not initiate that thought, and there was no physical event that created that response, it is not your energy. Reject, rebuke, and redirect. The 3 R's. That's what you need to do, because there's heavy energy manipulation for sure. Prayer is powerful. If you feel off, pray. Ask the Holy Spirit to help you. All right, let's see. What is in the energy? And it's so interesting. Mark and I were watching. There's a well-known priest. He's dead now. But he was doing a sermon, and we were watching it online. And this sermon was about an interview with Satan. It was an exorcist that had a discussion with Satan. And he was giving him all kinds of information on how he works in the earthly realm. You know, pride and lust are the 2 top sins. And basically, he was saying it's easy. It's easy to manipulate the minds of humans on this planet, especially when it comes to pride and lust. The 2 top sins. And I can see it all over the world. Yeah. I feel like you may have been dealing with someone that has this issue. Wow. I love it because you were dealing with someone here that was lost. Like they are lost. They're a lost soul. They've been in an illusion because someone has done magic on them. Someone, and it feels like third-party influence, has either paid for magic to be done on this person. And let me tell you, magic only works if you're receptive to it. You have to be in a low vibration, no faith, low vibration for it to take full effect. Because when you give your life over to the Lord, you cannot be touched unless given permission. All dark spirits have to go through the Lord. So this person is a lost soul in an illusion because of magic, black magic. And so the blockage is they can't see clearly with perspective because of this. Now, what I'm seeing, though, is you're receiving justice because regardless of whether this person was under some sort of spell or dark energy manipulation, they're still accountable for the things they did to you. Justice is still playing out, and you are free. You've been freed by the divine. Yeah, free to have happiness. I mean, you were dealing with pretty nasty energies. Nasty energies. Yeah, pretty nasty energies that have attachments, dark attachments. You know, I definitely feel a Jezebel spirit. Jezebel, succubus, sexual demon is what it feels like. And I feel like that's how this person this dark magic was laid on them was through connection, intimacy. Let's look at lost. Yeah. Yep. Look, we have the Magician, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. Someone from your past that is in this lost energy. This Queen of Cups energy, doesn't matter the sign. They could be a mother. They don't have to be. They're actually a love bomber gaslighter. But they used magic to lure this person in because they were trying to trap them. This is what happened. It's not going to end well for anyone. Those people. You are free. You're not going to be affected by it. Tell me about the illusion here. Yeah, see, this third party, like I said, used black magic, projection of energy, to get this person to choose a third party, them. And it was all based on illusion, magic, energetic manipulation. Let's look at this magic. Tell me about the magic. Yeah, what I said. This is a Jezebel, succubus demon attached to whoever this third party is. They use sexual energy to compete with the Empress. You, collective. That's how they got this person to block the Empress, their divine partner. Wow. And so this person's blind. They can't even see this because they're so low vibrational to begin with. Now that they have this dark magic over them, they can't see clearly. Perspective on the fence. Yeah. Wow. They may not see clearly, but they do know that they want to escape. They could have married this Jezebel spirit, this third party with a Jezebel entity attached. They know they've made the wrong decision and they want to move away. They don't see clearly. Why do they want to move away? Why do they want to move away? Because everything's falling apart. Since they've connected with this Jezebel spirit, their life has gotten worse. And you predicted it. You told this person exactly what was going to happen. And it's coming true. So it's opening this person's eyes, whether they believe in magic or not. They know something's not right here. So let's look at this justice. And I do feel like this is part of their karma as well. It's part of their karma for what they did to you. Wow. So I do feel like because you successfully closed out a cycle with this person, trusted in the divine, you were in the wounded warrior energy. You have taken your power back because you shifted your perspective. You are now being aligned with building your legacy, building generational wealth. And this is a part of your justice. You planting new seeds and reaping a harvest. Yeah, you were dealing with the enemy, the devil. Yeah. Trying to interfere with your fate and destiny. But God freed you. Clemency. Clemency. You know, God gave you divine wisdom in this hermit energy. That could have been through prayer, meditation. God gave you the clarity so that you could free yourself. You were dealing with someone that it was so prideful, so egoic. They were doing everything to battle you because you freed yourself. You escaped them. They've been doing everything to destroy you, but yet still, God made sure that you were able to turn your back on the past and move away. Yeah, it was a karmic partner that was very greedy, and God highlighted the truth to you to set you free. This person is lost. They're in an illusion. They definitely don't see clearly. So, yeah, like what I was picking up on this person that's lost, they were manipulated through dark magic by a Queen of Cups that's really a Knight of Cups, a love bomber gaslighter. They they did this spell work in order to keep them bound, and they're trapped. Please clarify lost. Now, they're not truly trapped. If they turn their life over to the Lord, if they prayed, there would be help for them. They would be able to get away from it. Lost. Yeah, I feel like God has definitely illuminated the truth to this person, or starting to, because they're in heartbreak with this third party. Like I said, they know something's wrong. This was a long-term commitment or a marriage they went into, and they are remembering the words you spoke to them about this third party, your predictions. Yeah, they're sitting in the Six of Cups, reminiscing about the love you gave them, also the truth you spoke. Yeah. They're in an illusion because there was a projection of energy due to spell work. Either this third party paid for it or did it themselves. They did this to push this person to make the decision to choose them, a third party. Illusion. Illusion. Yeah. They did this by telling this person that you would never amount to anything, that you're codependent, you can't stand alone, you have nothing to offer, you are of no value. This is what the third party, there was a lot of manipulation and lies that were told. And this third party said, if you come toward me, you're going to have all you ever dreamed of. It reminds me of the devil tempting Jesus. Look at that, the devil. Yes, the devil tempting Jesus in the desert when he said, if you follow me, if you bow down to me, I'll give you all the riches of the world. I'll give you everything. Now, this third party has a demonic attachment. This is how he or she did it. Yeah, to get this person to take a brand new leap of faith with them, destroy their union. It was magic. Yeah, it was sex magic. This was a Jezebel or a succubus that was competing with an empress energy. So she had to do, or he had to do sex magic in order to get this person to choose them. Yeah, again, it's like, if you come to me, if you put death to the connection with the empress, you'll never be in lack again. 5 of Pentacles to death. It was all an illusion. And I feel like you're the Queen of Swords collective. You know the truth. You know, you see exactly what happened here, and you don't care. You're not interested. You're happy to be free of this person. They can't see clearly, fully, because of the spell work, but they know something's off. They want to move away. They know they made the wrong decision, because ever since they connected with this third-party Jezebel, everything's falling apart. They've had problem after problem. They could have been in multiple car accidents. They could have had lawsuits. They could have job issues, financial issues, family issues. All of it is fallen apart, and it's all connected to this sex demon. Perspective. Yeah, I feel like this person, I feel like they're starting to come out of some sort of haze here. The 10 swords they put in your back, now it's starting to affect their conscience. The 8 of Swords, it's starting to bother them. It feels like the magic is wearing off somewhat. And so their conscience is starting to bother them. And I feel like this person is shocked at the things that they did. They're shocked. They want to communicate something about the third party. What do they want to communicate about the third party? This has to do with the third party and the marriage, and the blockage is a whole community of people. So I don't know if they want to tell you that there was other people involved. It's not your problem. You know this person. You knew this person on an intimate level. If they believed people that they didn't have an intimate relationship with, they wanted to believe it. There's no excuse for that. You know, your justice, because you have cleared the cycle out and you were the wounded warrior, and taken your power back, changed your perspective. Now you're aligning with your legacy, building generational wealth, justice. Yeah, you're a wise old soul. You allow the divine to guide you toward healing. And with this, I'm getting your self-love, not the Jezebel. This is you in self-love energy, learning to love yourself. Yeah, and blocking out anyone that creates drama, chaos, conflict, stress, anxiety, fear-based thinking. You have worked so hard, collective. You've worked so hard to overcome the damage from this karmic relationship. And you're being blessed for it. You are being blessed. Your freedom, it's like God really worked with you on communicating and giving you the truth. For some of you, it was dreams. For others, it was just downloads, inner knowing, or people in the actual 3D reality that were telling you. But this person you were dealing with was operating from ego, and they were doing everything to destroy you. And you still were given freedom. The divine set you free. Clemency. Yeah, because you had a job to do. You're a healer. This was your on-the-job training. This was you building your muscles, spiritual, physical, and emotional muscles. It made you strong. It made you fierce. What was meant to destroy you made you stronger for sure. Absolutely. I definitely see a new offer coming in for you, you making a new investment, and people watching your every move, which who cares? Let them watch. Let them watch. They're not a part of your reality, so who cares? Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles. We don't like flies, but we can't control where they're flying around. So if we see a fly, we don't let it interfere with what we're doing for the day. That's the way you need to look at it. Yeah. People are watching everything. Why are they watching? Why are they watching? Because they're changing their perspective of you. Because you have continued with your boundaries, focused on your healing, moving forward in self-love energy. God has a way of exposing who you truly are without you having to do anything but live your life. And that's what it feels like. You could be seen online, you could have social media, you could have a platform, but because you are living the way you're living, people are changing their perspective of you. Let's look at the sun. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Ace of Cups. Divine love, which started with you. Now you are attracting all that love in every relationship, business, friendship, romantic, happiness at last. Finally, happiness. Yeah, and you have someone that's the emotional manipulator from your past. The blockage is they're still confused. They still don't see clearly. They don't understand what's happening, why it's happening. You're a teacher, you're a guide, you're a mentor. You are a healer. You're here to work for God. And whoever this is from your past, they are definitely going through a tower moment. They were duped by the enemy in physical form. They're struggling financially, and the divine is stepping in to try to help this person that's stuck in their ego, that's very materialistic. The divine is trying to help wake this person up, but they have free will. So we don't know. We just have to see. Pray for them because you don't know what people are going to do. I mean, I can tell you this person's on a slippery slope and it's only going to keep getting worse. It is. And this Jezebel is not going to be able to keep that hold over the person forever. And when they wake up completely, this person's going to be wrecked at the memories of the things that they did to you. Lost. Now, like I said, God is really trying to inspire this person. And I think, hold on a second. I feel that God is trying to inspire this person by way of using you as an example. Using you as an example. By highlighting your creative projects, all the work that you've done, the success, the accolades for your accomplishments. I feel that God is trying to inspire this person to say, look, you don't have to cheat, lie, and steal. You can have this success through faith. But we'll see. They're under dark influence. This person has had spell work. There's no doubt in my mind there's been spell work done on this person. Now, if you don't know that to be true, if that's not already in your heart and soul, your intuition, then don't accept it. You'll know if that aligns for you. Illusion. Now, it's the past person that's under this spell work, that's in an illusion. They're in an illusion about the harvest. See, there was messages, promises made to this person, but it was all a facade. It was all an illusion. It was all a manipulation. This person's holding on, believing that that's what's going to happen because the enemy's working in this person's mind, instilling the greed, the lust, all of that stuff. Tell me about the magic. Yeah, it's like the magic is starting to wear off because this false emperor, look at this magic. This false emperor is now in the Four of Cups. Like, what did I do? What did I do? Everything's falling apart. Something's not right here. They were under spell work. Absolutely they were. What they were dark enough to align to it. So they're still accountable. Now, they haven't been seeing clearly, but I do feel like the divine is trying to highlight the truth to this person. Perspective. Yeah. It's like the divine is saying, you need to close this cycle out and you need to heal. You need to get away from this karmic dynamic, this dark Jezebel spirit, and you need to heal. Please clarify justice. Whoops. Please clarify justice. Yeah. See, you're getting justice for the 10 swords that were put in your back, whether this person was under magic manipulation or not. Their divine intervention is bringing in a transformation that brings in happiness and success. And this is justice for the 10 swords that were placed in your back at the hands of this person, the third party, and others. You're free with clemency. You've been set free. And look at this. This Jezebel, the Queen of Cups, Seven of Swords, was cheating, lying, and stealing, trying to put manipulation around love energy, trying to distort. You don't really love that person. You love me. We're meant to be together. She could have done not only sex magic, but love spells too on this person. Yeah, to convince them you're my match. We're meant to be together. We're meant to be together. We love each other. This could be a distorted, fiery energy, King of Wands on the fence that's blocked, Aries, Leo, Sag, or it could be a different energy altogether. Yeah, somebody's definitely in their ego. It feels like the fiery energy, they're in their ego. Feeling stuck and stagnant, heartbroken. Like I said, they know something's wrong. Something isn't adding up in this karmic dynamic. So, again, they could be married to this person. Tell me about the sun. Tell me about the sun. Yeah, I feel like this third party has tried to do witchy-woo-ha on you as well, collective. Paid for it. Devil, Page of Pentacles, and the moon. But it doesn't work on you. Why? Because you have too much faith. You have too much of a connection with God. You have so much love in your spirit. And justice is playing out now for the Empress energy. So whatever witchy-woo-ha he or she thought they were placing on collective, not working. Not working. Going back is what's happening. So let me clear these off and pull from another deck 1 second. Okay, we'll do some from What's the Tea. You know, that's the one thing about magic. I don't do magic, never done magic. But what I know about magic is it doesn't stick forever. Magic has a time limit. And I feel that the magic that was done on this masculine energy, man or woman, it doesn't matter. It is starting to wear off. And things are about to hit the fan. That things are just about to completely go up in flames. And that's the goal of the enemy, to kill, steal, and destroy. To destroy everything and everyone. So The enemy hates God's children. It doesn't even matter if you believe in God. He still hates you because God made you and you hold God's essence. What do we need to know? Jealousy. Yeah. So this third party has not only got the demon of Jezebel on them, but they're extremely jealous of you. They're blocking any type of offer. It says dirty offer because your past person, they're so dark and low vibrational. Any offer that would come from that person is a dirty offer. But the Karmic is so jealous, doing everything to try to block this person from giving you an offer, which you don't want anyway. Yeah, you moved on. You could be physically relocating to get away from the Jezebel and the ex. They're always partying. See, I do feel like this Jezebel keeps this person enabled with their addictions, feeding them, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, money. This is all a part of keeping that magic going, that manipulation. Yeah, but your past person is creeping on you. And I feel like the third party is too, because she or he is insanely jealous. And you're ignoring them. You don't care. It doesn't affect you. You have too much joy and peace and love in your life to worry about demons. Yeah, they got fake smiles. They're two-faced. And they're a spiritual hater. They hate spirituality. This person could go to church. They could pretend to be religious. But the divine is saying this person is a spiritual hater. They do whatever they do for attention. With screenshots caught, somebody has saved receipts. There's facts here. Some sort of screenshots, some sort of evidence. And it could have to do with someone trying to threaten you or threaten others. Power plays, controlling presence, you feel unsafe. So there could be screenshots about someone making threats. Yeah, and it could have to do with them cyberbullying you. So somebody does have some sort of receipts. Online attacks, hiding behind screens, words can still wound. They're hoping the words can wound you, but you're too healed for that BS. You don't care. You're not affected. Divination abuser. Yeah, I'm telling you. Someone's been paying a practitioner or been doing it themselves. And they've been doing too much of it. And they're going to have bad karma because of it. Bad karma, divination abuser. No getting out of that one. They've been talking behind your back, gossiping, spreading lies, smiling in your face. Yeah, you know about that. Yeah, they could be traveling a lot, and they're doing it because they think that they are cock blocking your past person from coming towards you. This is like luring them in. This third party and your past person, your light irritates their demons, the demonic attachments. And they're played out. I'm telling you, things are coming to a head. Things are about to just explode. They want you back. They didn't know your worth. Now they're desperate, and it's too little too late. I told you that magic's starting to wear off. You're moving in silence. You don't want them to be anywhere around you. How could you trust this person? They're all up in your business trying to get information. There's none to be had. You are in stealth mode. They may be into you, but you're not into them. Yeah, they're a groupie. They're a follower. They don't do right. They're not a committed, loyal partner. They play games. Yeah, they're a time waster. Stuck, no changes, and limited, and came in reverse. This person wants to get unstuck. They want you to help them get unstuck. Yeah, they chose a copycat, an impersonator, someone that wants your life, copies your style, and is obsessed with being you. They can never be you, ever. Yeah, they're going bankrupt, connected to this Jezebel. And you have an unexpected windfall. Right place, right time, big blessings ahead. Because you healed and you have faith. Yeah, this person, the blockage for this person is drugs and denial, repeating mistakes, can't break the loop. Bad habits. is what is blocking this person. I told you the third party keeps them enabled, keeps feeding their addictions to keep them stuck there. Yeah, there's scarcity tactics. Your past person has a poverty mindset. Car drama again. They could be having issues with their car, repo, or they can't afford the repairs, and you're unbothered. You're not giving any energy to their drama. It's not your concern, and it's not a part of your life. You were set free for a reason. So let's get a couple from my deck, see what I get. What do we need to know, Holy Spirit? What do we need to know? Show me. Wow. If this Jezebel paid for unalivement rituals or your past person, woo, there's some heavy consequences for that. Heavy consequences. You have unexpected income. You're being guided on your destined path and purpose. This couple could have tried to do everything to destroy it. Not going to work. Them rituals ain't going to work on you. They're fake. They're wearing a mask, operating an ego. And the reason it doesn't work is because you keep cleansing it off through prayer, meditation, Palo Santo, frankincense and myrrh, sage, whatever you're doing, it's working. That's why it's not working. Yeah, and this person wants to reconcile with you. That's creepy. Yeah, this is a karmic that refuses to awaken. They're kicking and fighting to stay dark. They just don't understand the impact it's going to have on their life. You're receiving your justice. Those scales are balancing out for you. Yeah, this person, the third party, Jezebel, and this person, they were slandering you, spreading lies. They're spiritual haters, and they were coming for you because it was demonically inspired because of your light, because you're a healer. That's why. You have a new job or career or an expansion of your business, and you are calling in a divine partner with marriage, divine love. That's beautiful. Yeah. God's wrath is the blockage for those that try to ostracize you. You have angelic protection, so you don't have to worry. You are safe. Now I have the water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be that sign. Yeah, you have protection, divine protection, St. Michael, and there are toxic friends involved and trying to cyberbully you. These are people that don't know their worth. They're gold diggers, money hungry, clout chasing, energies with dark attachments, and a player, a gold digger and a player. I think they're both gold diggers. Yeah, riddled with addictions. They have addictions, alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, or money. They're riddled with addictions, and they're going to have legal issues. This would be karmic consequences. They want you to continue to pray, to meditate, go out in nature. This raises your vibration, and also it keeps you informed. Yeah, you could have karmic family members involved as well. Yeah, pray more. Continue to pray. Pray for those that have gone against you. I pray for my enemies every night. Yeah, they have childhood wounding. They're wounded souls, lost souls. They want you to believe in a miracle because miracles, because a miracle will soon happen in your life in the near future. For the divine femme, Empress energy, man or woman, a miracle is about to happen. I love that. It has to do with you being vindicated, victory being yours. I love it. And look, black magic, spell work, sending negative energy. That's what's been going on. But what is going to happen if this spell work was intended to create health issues for you, it's going to go back and they're going to have health issues. Even if it wasn't, the health issues could be a direct effect of this dark energy manipulation. You've been releasing karmic debt. They're headed for an ego death. This false feminine is about to take a fall. Wow. Crazy. All right. I love you guys so much. I am scheduling for the second week of December. If you are interested, please share the videos, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the last reading. Bye, guys.